I'm Aaron Sagers, and welcome to Geek Season, where I'm going to give you a quick education on being an informed geek. Today we're talking about that Sentinel of Liberty, that Star-Spangled Avenger, Captain America. In the new movie Captain America the Winter Soldier, Cap dons a new costume and brings back an old one, but that first Avenger has worn many duds over time, and here is a quick look at some of the more notable ones, so you have something to talk about while waiting in line for this super flick. When he first appeared in Timely Comics Captain America issue number 1, on sale December 1940, super soldier Steve Rogers was punching out Adolf Hitler in a costume that sported only half a mask, which Cap said easily popped off. He also had a triangular shield. Now that shield was gone by issue 2 and replaced by the one we know today when MLJ Comics complained Cap looked a little too much like their patriotic superhero, the Shield. Cap also got a full mask and scaly chainmail halter top thingy. Well, in 1981, Marvel Comics revealed a scene in the Living Legend Anniversary comic where Cap actually meets with FDR and the President gives him the discus shield as a gift. In 1974, Captain America battled the Secret Empire, the Marvel Comics version of the Watergate scandal. With his faith shaken in the US government, Steve Rogers gave up the Cap mantle and briefly became Nomad, the man without a country. He started sporting a dark blue, then yellow, partial mask, cape, open shirt, and giant disco belt. But he kept those Buccaneer boots. In 1979, the actor Reb Brown portrayed Captain America in two made-for-TV movies, Captain America and Captain America 2. Death Too Soon. He looked like an Evel Knievel stuntman with a motorcycle helmet and a transparent shield made of jet-age plastic. Gotta love those 70s. In the late 1980s, the Commission of Superhuman Activities, manipulated by the Red Skull, of course, tried to force Captain America to return to active duty. Now, Steve Rogers, he gave up the uniform once again rather than risk his integrity. He became the Captain and wore black and red with a different alignment of stripes. This costume was eventually adopted by substitute Captain America John Walker, who became the U.S. agent. Aside from a 1944 serial, the 1990 film Captain America was supposed to be the big screen debut of Cap, but it was so bad and went straight to video. Starring Matt Salinger, son of author J.D. Salinger, Cap's costume was faithful to the comics, but really rubbery looking and just kinda weird and shiny. Oh hey, then there was that time in 1992 that Cap became a werewolf known as Capwolf and fought with Wolverine. Basically, he was wearing Captain America's costume, but he was just busting out of it in werewolfy fashion. When his super soldier serum depleted from his system in 1995, the Captain learned he was dying and his body was giving into paralysis from exertion. So Tony Stark designed a special Captain America armor that looked like a clunky blue RoboCop suit with metal wingtips. Were there metal Buccaneer boots? You betcha! In 1996, Cap appeared in the comic book crossover Heroes Reborn, where Marvel essentially outsourced some titles to popular artists, Jim Lee and Rob Liefeld. Existing in a pocket universe, Cap, well, he looked like this. Aside from those massive pecs, the big difference is the eagle emblem substituting the capital A on his forehead. Marvel must have been feeling frisky because that same year they hooked up with DC Comics for the crossover event called Amalgam Comics, where the two publishers merged popular characters. Captain America became Super Soldier, and in this universe, puny human Clark Kent receives a serum derived from the body of a dead Kryptonian alien. Superman's reds and blues meshed well with Cap's, and Super Soldier wielded a triangular Superman-esque shield. He also showed off blonde curls in his partial Nomad-esque mask. Again, those Buccaneer boots, they stuck around, but for the first time, Cap got to wear some super undies outside of his trousers. Now in 2002, Marvel reimagined their heroes in the Ultimate Marvel Universe. Writer Mark Millar and artist Brian Hitch gave Ultimate Cap a combat edge in World War II with battle-ready fatigues, a helmet, a gun, and a lot of straps. Then reintroduced him in modern times with pouches on his belt, added star emblems to his shoulder, and dropped those famous wings over the ears on his mask. If these versions of Cap seem especially familiar, it's because they significantly influenced how the hero would look in the 2011 film Captain America: The First Avenger, where he was played by Chris Evans. In that film, Cap also had gray accents on his costume and had something of a paratrooper vibe, and the wings did come back but were painted on instead of being three-dimensional handles for any villain to grab hold of. After thawing out from suspended animation, Cap was back in action for 2012's movie The Avengers in a slimmed-down, sleek suit. Sure, his neck and mask look kind of odd, but those Buccaneer boots are sort of back, and look at all those zippers he has! Okay, so back to the comics. After the events of the Civil War storyline, which I am not going to get into here, Steve Rogers was assassinated while under arrest. In 2007, this led to Frank Castle, also known as the Punisher, donning a mashup version of his and Cap's costume. Now this led readers to wonder if Castle would be the new Captain America. But nope. Instead, a resurrected Bucky Barnes took over the mantle to fulfill a final request Rogers made to Tony Stark. As the new Cap, Bucky wore a specially designed black and oh-so-shiny suit, which is laced with adamantium, yes, the stuff in Wolverine's bones, and would carry a sidearm and knife. Now, did this make things awkward and Steve Rogers also returned? Nah, because he wasn't ready to become Cap again. Instead, he began fighting evil as Steve Rogers, Super Soldier, and wore a blue uniform with white stripes and a star on his chest. Now, if you like the look of that suit, you'll really dig it because Captain America starts wearing it as a stealth costume with an added helmet and faded shield in the Winter Soldier movie. That about brings us up to date with big moments in Captain America's costumes, but let's do a lightning round of other versions you might want to know. Here we go. In 1983, Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Ham, teamed up with the feline hero Captain America. 1998, a Morgan Conquest arc in the Avengers showed off medieval Captain America as a knight. 1999's Earth X series has a dystopic Cap with a bald head and a carved A on his forehead and draped in a flag. 2002's Exiles, a World Apart arc, showed Steve Rogers as Gladiator for the Alien Skrulls. The 2003 series Truth, Red, White, and Black established a comic book canon story about a lesser-known but revered African-American Captain America named Isaiah Bradley. 2003's Marvel 1602 series showed Cap as Rojas, a blonde Native American. Cap from 2005's House of M storyline is a veteran who was never in suspended animation and went on to walk on the moon and grow old. 2005's Marvel asked what if Captain America has fought in the Civil War and created a hero empowered with Native American magic. They also asked what if Age of Apocalypse, which envisioned Cap with Thor's hammer leading the group, the Defenders, alongside Wolverine. Walking Dead creator Robert Kirkman gave Cap a reanimated corpse makeover with 2006 Marvel Zombie series. Cap was missing half his skull there. The new Marvel Megaverse in 2006 killed off Captain America only to have him replaced by Carol Danvers, aka Ms. Marvel. Cap went bananas in 2008 in Marvel 8's universe as a leader of the 8th Avengers. The shape-shifting Skrull Pete O'Neilly actually thought he was Captain America when he impersonated him in 2008's comic storyline Secret Invasion. The 2008 to 2009 series Old Man Logan got scary when the Red Skull of the future killed Captain America and wore his costume. In issue 7 of Deadpool, Merc with a Mouth, in 2009, an alternate world Cap was actually called General America. The Age of X series in 2011 featured an alternate Cap who tracked down and eliminated mutants. And that, my friends, is a brief but still probably way too long look at Captain America's costume in his more than 70-year history. If you think I missed any major ones, and I'm sure you probably do, leave a comment below and reach out to me on Twitter, @AaronSagers. And don't forget that Captain America the Winter Soldier is in theaters now. I'm Aaron Sagers, and this has been Geek Season.